Talking Pirates track and field alongside head coach Andrew Diehl. I'm Kid McConnico. Pirates, their final meet in the books down in the Alamo City at the UIW Invitational. And next up, well, it is going to be the conference championships. Again, back to San Antonio. Journey will be hosting. That'll be in 2 weeks. So, Coach, you've got about 10 days off between now and then. Before we talk about the conference championship, of which we will get you a full preview next Tuesday, make sure you join us for that. Talk to us about your invitational down there at the University of the Incarnate Word. Rain, well, as it has been pretty much all season, it was an issue here as well.
Yeah, the one thing I will say is not 10 days off. We still have practice. But
did you hear that, athletes?
No. Yeah, we had some storms at the beginning of the day. So the nice thing was no events had started. So everything just got pushed back. They had to clear out the stadium, so we had to wait in some vans and some different things like that, which made it pretty tough. I mean, got up early, drove an hour and a half down there, and then we were on the vans for about 2.5 hours or so.
Mentally, for your athletes that are there, your runners, your throwers, you're ready to go. You're in that zone, and then all of a sudden the rain, the lightning comes, and it's that kind of whole 30-minute delay, and then lightning strike, another 30 minutes. How do you keep them focused?
That's tough. And it's really like more about their mental fortitude. For our more mentally strong athletes, it's not that big of a deal. Like they're focused on the things that they can control, and then from there, it goes on that as soon as we get off the van, basically we treat it like a 3-hour bus ride or a 3-hour car ride. So as soon as we get the green light that the stadium's back open, official time for events to start, we get off the bus and we do a shakeout. It's like everybody get up, get moving. Nobody's sleeping the rest of the day. Like get your music on, fall back into your routine. It's like we just got here. It makes it tough. We go from ready to compete to not, and then sitting on a van, and that's not very comfortable. And so it's tough. But it's something that we have to deal with. It's not looking great next week for weather, so hopefully the weathermen are wrong, or weather women. But it is what it is. We have to deal with it, and we have to overcome, because ultimately every competitor that's at the meet deals with the same conditions. So for us, we treat it like we just got there. And sometimes, we'll go different places and try and just go walk around. Stay loose, get our legs moving and that sort of thing, because sitting on the van for that long is tough. So just something that we got to deal with is being an outdoor sport. We don't have perfect weather like a basketball or a volleyball, but it's just part of the nature of our sport.
Talking about the meet itself, your runners and throwers doing a great job, particularly there in the throws, a school record set in the hammer throw, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, school record, just over 43 meters by Hannah Bruce, school record and conference leading throw at the facility that conference will be at for the hammer next week. So definitely have some confidence going into it. It was exciting. It was fun to watch her do it. Knowing that at SFA we didn't have the best week and a little bit disappointing to see Hannah bounce back. I think it's a big confidence builder going into conference, and it's something that it's always exciting when we have school records. 2 weeks ago, Aaron Toro did it in the discus, Hannah did it in the hammer. Hopefully Jalen Stewart will do it in the shot put again, but we're working our way on rewriting the record book for a second straight year for the throws, which would be pretty exciting, but that's not the focus. The focus is putting ourselves in positions and doing the things right in the circle, on the runway, on the track, to let the good times or the good marks come. So we got to stay focused on doing our daily routines, doing our daily practices, and working on our fundamentals, and our marks will come. If we're obsessed over marks, we're going to have a bad day.
So the Pirates not off, still training, still getting ready, but no more meets before the conference championship. That'll be next week, beginning Friday at Trinity down in San Antonio. Next Tuesday, we'll get you a full preview of that. Coach, as always, we thank you for your time. Look forward to speaking with you next week.
Yeah, thanks for having me.